happy Saturday morning, April 10, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. We have a little bit of everything for you in this program, so it's time to rise and shine, sit back, relax, grab that good cup of coffee, and enjoy the morning show with Riley King. It's Saturday, April 10, 2021. I hope you enjoy this morning edition of the morning show with Riley King right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, let's take a look at your Johns Hopkins University COVID-19 dashboard. And here is a look at that Johns Hopkins COVID-19 dashboard for all of you. Your global cases are 134,719, 328. Your U.S. cases are 31,085, 251. Your global deaths are 2,915, 972. Your U.S. deaths are 561, 074. That is a look at your Johns Hopkins University COVID-19 dashboard. Now let's get to your other news. Key takeaways from second week of Derek Chauvin trial in the death of George Floyd. Chauvin is charged with manslaughter, second-degree murder, and third-degree murder. Your key takeaways. Take a look. The first takeaway. Experts counter medical examiner's report. Discussion over potential drug use. Police officials said Chauvin violated policies. And those are your takeaways from the second week of the Derek Chauvin trial of George Floyd's death. What is behind the latest unrest in Northern Ireland? Young people have hurled bricks, fireworks, and gasoline bombs at police and set hijacked cars on fire during a week of violence on the streets of Northern Ireland. Young people have hurled bricks, fireworks, and gasoline bombs at police and set hijacked cars and buses on fire during a week of violence on the streets of Northern Ireland. Police responded with rubber bullets and water cannons. The streets were calmer Friday night as the community leaders pleaded for calm after the death of Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth II, 99-year-old husband, but small gains of youth pelleted police with objects and set a car ablaze during spoked outbreaks in Belfast. A look at the background to new violence. Let's take a look. Why is Northern Ireland a contested land? How did the conflict end? How has Vertex complicated things? Why has violence erupted now? And if you want to read more on this, we will share this article with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page after this broadcast. And also the key takeaways from the second week of Derek Chauvin trial as well. Florida Rep. Matt faces House Ethics probe. Federal investigations widens. The House Ethics Committee has announced an investigation into Florida Rep. Matt. And here is a photo of him right here. Senate filibusters racist past fuels arguments for its end. The Senate filibusters is coming under fresh scrutiny. Once obstruct, the Senate filibusters is coming under fresh scrutiny, not only because of the enormous power it gives a single senator to halt President Joe Biden's agenda, but as a tool historically used for racism. Roberta Jacobson, senior Biden official overseeing border, stepping down at the end of the month. The administration said she's committed to serve the first 100 days in office. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather. Another round of severe storms expected Saturday in the south. Millions of people have woken up to flooding, rain, damaging winds, and possible tornadoes across the deep south, where a round of severe storms is expected Saturday from New Orleans to Tallahassee, Florida. And now let's take a look at the weather across the United States. And here is a look at that weather across the United States for all of you. As you can see over here, you're seeing some rain, and down over here, you're seeing some rain as well, and some rain up in Canada, and some snow around here. Otherwise, it's all dry all here, and all here is dry as well. And down here is dry as well, and over here. And that is a look at the weather across the United States for all of you for this Saturday. And we're going to switch gears now. Bringing back the art of letter writing. Let's take a look at this video.
I'm here to compare the Microsoft Surface Pro 7 to the iPad Pro. Surface Pro has a built-in kickstand. iPad Pro is just a tablet. Surface is a full computer and a tablet. And now, the price.
A look at the woman behind She's Got Papers. This entrepreneur is navigating her business through the pandemic while reinforcing the power of the written word. Take a look.
Letter writing is timeless. Cards are classic. They're little time treasures. She's Got Papers is a lifestyle stationery company, and we offer inspirational note cards, journals, mugs, and coloring journals. I started the business in 2008 officially, and got really super serious about it in 2016. When the pandemic happened, everything stopped, literally in its tracks. I was scared to death. I don't know any entrepreneur that wasn't afraid, particularly for Black-owned businesses too. We don't get that funding. You've either dipped into your savings, you may have borrowed money from your family. We do whatever needs to be done to get the job done. The first pivot during the pandemic was, do we continue to do it? Do we stop? I had a customer who requested that I do a set of bereavement cards for someone she had lost. And then we decided that we would do packages. I pivoted from that again because I did not want to be in the bereavement business. We created an assorted box called Keeping the Faith. And when we did that box, I said, now we rolling. Because it was inspirational. You get a card in the mail that says, listen, I'm thinking about you. If you want to talk, call me. So many people in the pandemic had no one. And what we found is a lot of people were reconnecting. We have a journaling series called Dear Gloria. There's so many levels and so many advantages to journaling. I've been able to sit down and write them out and do full-blown self-analysis on myself. The hardest part about pivoting the business has been not knowing what to do and if people will get what you're doing. My grandfather used to say, baby, it ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to. I was a young mother. My son is 26. I had him when I was 19 years old. I literally went from welfare to Wall Street to entrepreneur. It was hard. It was difficult. But you keep walking. You keep walking.
Yes, you do. What an inspiration.
When was the last time you wrote a letter? Do you write notes? Do you handwritten?
I write to-do lists for myself in my purse. That's about it.
Dr. Ashton is laughing from a distance. You missed what he was trying to ask, Rose. No, you don't write letters, handwritten, something, notes? Just...
Apparently you do?
I do. Okay. I actually do. You have...
Judgment-free zone.
That's okay.
Judgment-free zone.
I haven't written you any. I leave notes in your dressing room sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
See? All right.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here.
Okay, and there you go. Very cool indeed. Handwritten letters. We should all start doing that. Write letters instead of texting or calling. Let's go back to the olden days. We're going to switch gears now. Let's go into entertainment news. In entertainment news, Melissa McCarthy says Carb Arms effect in Thunder Force was the greatest moment of my life. And you know, I actually watched that movie last night on Netflix. Very good movie. You guys should check it out. Let's take a listen to that report.
Sometimes you need to get away from the kids for grown-up time. Or get away from the grown-ups for kid time.
Okay, can we talk about these crab arms and Jason and the crab arms? And how do you dream that up?
Well, Ben's the weirdo that came up with it, and literally every step of the process, like, okay, we bring it to Netflix, and it was like, oh my God, they want to make it. How exciting. And he's like, I'm assuming in the first week I get the call. And I'm like, we're going to get the call. That's like, yeah, he's not going to be a crab. We know this. And we kept waiting, and then like all of a sudden then we're in a visual effects meeting, and then it's like, oh, this is the crab model builder. And we're like, what's going on? When do we get the call? And Ben's like, I just literally had a whole meeting about building crab arms. Then the next thing we're seeing models, and Ben's like, when am I getting the call that says you can't make someone half crab? And then Bateman was just on set in crab arms, and I was like, this is the greatest moment of my life. I know I have children, but I was like, this... I think even Bateman was like, I can't believe this is what's happening.
Let's see what these powers can really do.
Everyone just stay calm and no one's going to get hurt.
And stop! You're cooking them from the inside out!
Oh, man.
Please don't film this, sir. It's a mistake! Thunder Force, remember it.
Octavia, so you see all this crazy stuff.
Do not throw that bus.
How hard was it for you to keep a straight face?
We all took the work very seriously because, Melissa's just so funny. But I also didn't want to be the person who destroyed the tape. So you keep it together. You try not to break. But at the end of the tape, everybody would just erupt into laughter and then, calm down and do it all over again. So it was hard to keep it together on a lot of things.
3, 2, 1, go!
Melissa, can we just get into the wire work? All the crazy stunts and the wires and the spinning, and I heard that you could barely keep it straight half the time.
I just love it. I don't know why I prefer to be strung up and spun about a room, but I love it with my whole heart. Probably because I can't do any of that stuff anymore. Like I did gymnastics back in the day. And I think I feel like when I go up on wires, I'm like, I can still do back handsprings. Watch this. I just don't have to deal with gravity. But and then I also have an amazing stunt woman that, like, you know, smooths the edges for me.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Octavia, how much of it did you guys get to do any stunts, or were you like, please come in?
I'm not Melissa. I don't love or relish the idea of flipping around cartwheels and stuff. I had to take some training so that it would be believable when the stunt woman actually, you know, because she's so good and so athletic. But yeah, not everybody is Melissa McCarthy.
You're gentle. It's one of your best things. You're gentle.
Octavia, how much fun was doing this with someone who is such a good friend?
It was extremely fun. I'd always dreamt of being a superhero. So when two people that you personally love and professionally admire bring you a script that for a character that you've always wanted to play, and then it's opposite the most versatile actress in the world, in my opinion, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so much fun. And it actually was. It was so much fun.
You two go so far back, and so The Price is Right. Explain that and explain.
Well, that's their claim to fame. Octavia's got an Oscar, and you're like, Price is Right.
Right, you see? Who cares about an Oscar when you two actually hung out and auditioned for The Price is Right?
Yeah. They said, no, thank you. Sit in the back. Tell the two short women to sit in the back. I thought for sure she was going to get it, because she's like Lady Luck. She always, like, I think all of us that went were like, well, we're going for support. Octavia's going to run down the aisle. Like, we were, I was completely convinced of it. So we were shocked when she didn't get picked.
By the way, Octavia, what is your game on The Price is Right? Because everybody has a game. What was your game that you were playing?
I was ready for the Showcase Showdown.
Were you?
Yeah, like I didn't know that I would get there, like picking the prizes, and you know, or the little guy, what was it,
the mountain, like
the mountain climber, right?
The mountain climber. Yes, I liked him, but I was ready because my dream was to win both showcases.
But then it was always like, and then how do you get this? It's like, it's not like cash. You win like a washer and dryer and a new dinette set. I'm like, how do you get it home? We all had little apartments. We couldn't have fit that stuff in our apartments to save our lives.
Great.
Was it true that you had a puppy there? Was it true that you brought a puppy to the audition?
Yes. Because I'd only had it. So it was like I'm sure it was after a groundlings class. We would always go to the Snake Pit, which was a fine dive of a bar on Melrose. And I was in there, and some super shady guy came in with a bag of puppies. And we were like, I just was like, we have to get these puppies away from this guy because he was up to no good. And I had, $12 to my name, and he's like $64.92. I'm like, what? We're at Snake Bar. If I had $64, I wouldn't be drinking here. And and everybody in the bar, the bartenders, the patrons, everybody gave me a little bit of money, and I was able to adopt this dog, which I called Phil. And I got him at midnight the night before, and then we were all meeting at 5 a.m. at Price is Right, and I showed up. I didn't know how to take care of a dog. I was like,
Poor Phil, look at you now.
Phil moved to Vegas with a friend and destroyed his sprinkler system. He did thousands of dollars worth of damage.
Okay, and there you go. Awesome, awesome. Who would love crab arms? I would love them. That looks cool. And you guys should check out that movie. I watched it last night on Netflix. Go to Netflix and watch the movie. You guys will enjoy it. Thank you for joining us for this Saturday edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Have a wonderful Saturday, everyone, and see you back here tomorrow for another edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Goodbye, everyone.